Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Industrial Machines. Today we're going to be working towards a nuclear reactor for a good amount of power. So yeah, there's two forms of nuclear reactors and mechanism I feel I should mention. There is the fission reactor and the fusion reactor. Sadly, we kind of need to go through the fission reactor first to get to the fusion reactor. Now, we technically don't have to, but it's a lot harder to do so, so we're going to use the fission reactor to our advantage to get the fusion reactor, which produces a little bit more power, and I feel a little bit of a more what's the word I'm looking for? Manner. Just a little bit nicer manner. So that's what we're going to be doing. So Fissile Fuel is what we're heading for. We need isotropic centrifuge to get that, which with uranium hexafluoride, which is done in a chemical infuser with uranium oxide and hydrofluoric acid. Uranium oxide is probably the cheaper or the easier of the two to get, which is just a chemical oxidizer with yellow cake uranium, which is gone enrichment chamber. So we're going to go through and we're going to make all of these machines. We're going to make this whole entire assembly line for fissile fuel, which we will then, once we have it, then we can make the nuclear reactor. I mean, technically we can make the nuclear reactor first, but what's the point if we don't have the fuel to put in it? So let's make the fuel first, and then we'll make the reactor later. So fissile fuel, here we go. So it's going to be a whole entire process here, but we're going to be making the thing from the bottom up. So boom, enrichment chamber. Oh, we need basic control circuits. Reactor control circuits? Great. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through this one by one. I have this little area back here I've drilled out, which is nice and cool for this job. I reconnected that, but I've just took it off those two because those are eating up too much power right now for us to handle. So, also, I got the chemical oxidizer quest done. Chemical oxidizer, if I haven't made it on camera yet, it's not hard, it's just a dynamic tank and that, but I feel like I did make this on camera. Because I had dynamic tanks in my system already for some reason, although they could probably be used for something else. So, yellow cake uranium is going to be the first thing we need on this job, right? So we're going to put down our enrichment chamber, right? I guess I'll turn that to that and that. Oh, sorry, that is auto impact, and then that could be input on all sides. Okay, cool. What I want to do, though, is I should probably grab some barrels. My throat, for all of a sudden, has just decided I don't like being alive, so that's great. There we go. And what we could do is we could just take a basic logistical transporter, shove that there, and what we could do is we could do boom, and we could do also over here just for now, and I can just put that there, and boom, boom. Right, so that looks like that's just going down now, and I could throw uranium in there, and it'll be good. Nice. So now if I were to take just uranium, we eventually we'll have, like, you know, a refined storage thing, just like spitting out into there for us, but uranium go in there. Boom. It gets processed into yellow cake uranium. Nice. Chemical oxidizer is the next thing in this process. It takes in to get uranium oxide, just yellow cake uranium. So what we'll do is we'll take you, output to the side. Right, we'll put down another one of these. Are you on push? Push. Right, and what we want to do is we want to put down our chemical oxidizer. Good, it took in from there. So we'll do that. Input, output. Actually, you're not going to be outputting an item, so actually we don't need to have that. Be outputting a gas. We're going to have you output there. Energy can be there. Good, and then you go right into the chemical infuser, right? I believe you do. So we're going to put down another thing right here, right? Put you on push, and then chemical infuser. Go to input 1, input 2, output on the front. We're probably going to change the output to a different side in the future. But, actually, technically it doesn't matter, because these are items, so it can kind of all be like that. And then, cool. So then here is the question. In fact, I think I can see in there, but whatever. Yeah, these blocks aren't full blocks, sadly. So that gets us our uranium, or closer hexafluoride. Next step would be taking the uranium hexafluoride is in the chemical infuser, and that just gets put in to this, which gives us the full-on, you know, whatever. Now I got to figure out where I want to put that, but for now, I got to actually go work from the other side. So from the other side, actually what I could technically probably do if I wanted to be really careful about this is to do this. And I actually have to go like that onto there, I believe. And if I want to come up and do more things over here, I have to do like that. But if I want to do anything like this, I can do on the back. Right? I can make you, instead of that on the back do your output, right? And then I can clear you to be none, right? And I could do right here, technically needs to be one taller, but if I do this and then do gases, did you get your... Oh, well, nothing's coming out here yet, of course. That's why nothing's coming out, going in there, which is cool. Is cool. I do believe you actually can get power from the bottom, which is nice. Very good. Actually, you're getting power from the side as well, which you don't need. Go down one more, just for a second, so I can do this. I want you to be your input, though. Yes, good. So, in the future, we will get our hexafluoride and put it in there, and that gets our fissile fuel. So, gotta break up all of this, right? Oh, we need our... Let's get back. Our fissile fuel needs barium hexafluoride. We're still going for that. The other side we need is hydrofluoric acid, which can be done in a chemical infuser, which we actually are... we have that. The hydrofluoric acid, though, for going into the chemical infuser needs to come from sulfuric acid on with fluorite in a chemical dissolution chamber with sulfuric acid and fluorite. Sulfuric acid comes from a chemical infuser of sulfur trioxide and water vapor. Water's easy enough to get. So we need water vapor and sulfur trioxide, which is going to need another chemical infuser with oxygen and sulfur dioxide, which comes from chemical oxidizer with sulfur. Okay. And then sulfur, we're going to have to figure out a good way of getting a lot of... I don't think there's really a sulfur ore in this mod pack, but we'll try, I guess. I don't know. Do we have any sulfur at all? No. So sulfur comes from crushing blaze rods half the time in a crusher, or chemical injection chamber of hydrogen chloride onto, which is salt. Okay, salt onto gunpowder, or charcoal block with oxygen in a pressurized reaction chamber. Coal dust. That's not a terrible way to do it either. Just coal. We also get hydrogen out of that, though. Gotta figure that out. As long as we know how to get sulfur, it doesn't matter. Just that we have to get some sulfur for this to work. Which is probably going to be the coal route, because this is probably the easiest one I'm seeing here. Not to worry, though. We'll get all of this, and I'll craft all of this up off camera, because it's going to be a lot of just crafting of things, and I'll be back, I guess. Okay, I just want to mention we just made the dissolution chamber, and the dissolution chamber does give us some cool stuff towards this thing here. Oh, we gotta get that, too. If I put that in there, I'll get some good old, quest stuff done, so yay. It's nice. Okay, so I think we're gonna build the second half out in reverse. So, to get to the uranium hexafluoride, we need uranium oxide and hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluoric acid is gotten by sulfuric acid with fluorite blocks. So, I believe in the chemical dissolution chamber. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put you here, right? And sulfuric acid is going to come from elsewhere right now. But for now, we're going to put... There's not like a secondary output on this, is there? So yeah, we just put in sulfuric acid with the whatever, and we get out the whatever. Okay, it's cool. So the items can just literally be... I guess it doesn't matter if auto ejects on. Well, I think it's for everything. Is that for everything? Yeah. So clear side, we're going to have an input on the top. Right, and we'll end up doing, like, you know, this with... We'll put that there, and we'll do whatever there, you know, barrel and down into there, right? Cool. The other thing we need to get in there, then, is the sulfuric acid. Right, sulfuric acid's done in a chemical infuser, so we actually got to do is we got to take our gases... Sorry, we got on this guy. We got to do our gases. And I think we actually want to do the exact opposite of what this is, so we'll do that. And then we'll do input there. Right, and then infuse types, I guess that can be cleared. This can be cleared. This can be cleared. And that we would probably want to keep on. Okay, cool. So sulfuric acid will come in from this side. Sulfuric acid is made via... Do that, push. So sulfuric acid is made in a chemical infuser. We have two of those. The chemical infuser infuses what? For sulfuric acid, it's sulfur trioxide and water vapor. Probably should do, again, just for this one in particular. I'll do this. Because some of this is going to be a little bit more difficult because we need to work with a lot of sides here. We don't have a lot of sides to work with. So we need to get water vapor in one side of this, and in the another side of this we need to get the other input, which will come in from the one that we put right here, which we'll also do this with. So we'll do boom, push, and yeah. Okay, cool. So right here we'll put down our other chemical infuser, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Right, so chemical infuser. So the sulfur tracks is going to come from the other infuser, which means we're going to put down our rotary condensator, right? So we can actually do it right there, right? Yeah. So on the back, we'll do, well, I guess the items don't matter, so we can clear that. Hey, come on, my phone, I did not ask for that. Okay, so we're going to do, so let's see, on our left side, so yeah, let's clear this. On our left, we're going to output. On our right, we're going to do input 1, and our back, we're going to do input 2. And then I guess it doesn't matter where you're getting your power from. So, just for my sanity, do that. Do that. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have you do... I think I want to actually have you decondentrate, because we want, for sulfuric acid, we want water vapor, which is going to be water 2. Yeah, so we want to, on our items, none. Gases, we put that down like that. We want to output... I don't really input the gas, but we're going to output on our back. Fluids, we want to... No output. We just want to input on our front. And that's fine. So what we want to do actually is we want to grab our basic fluid mechanical pipes, right? And now we got to get that all the way over here, which means we're going to do this. It's going to be really annoying now to get around back here as a result of us having to do it like this, but what I could do is I could do, instead of on the front for the fluids, do on top. Yeah, let's do on top. So, and let's do auto eject on. So this is going to take that, put water vapor in there, and then our chemical infuser up there. This chemical infuser should be receiving water vapor here at some point. Let me make sure I have this. Oh, what did I break? I broke things I wasn't supposed to break. Oh god, this is going a little too fast now. It goes like that. That. I think I accidentally made my thing faster than it originally was. Normal. There we go. My atomic disassembler. I'm not used to it being that fast. So yeah, I want you like that, exactly. So, water goes in. And then out the back. Oh, do I have to have you input on the back, maybe? Gases on the input 1, input 2. No. Input 2 on the back. Maybe I want input 1 on the back. Trying to figure this out. Because this decondensator is not wanting to work right. No, sorry. Decondenstrate, and then there we go. That's what it was. This just wasn't accepting the right way. So now this is taking in the water vapor. So now we need to make the sulfur. So okay, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of hydrofluoric acid, I guess. Kinda. As long as we know that that fluoride has to go here. Maybe I should make just get a barrel just so I remember that. Barrel. cool. Do we have signs? We do. Cool, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna label this uranium. Just so I know when this is all done and over with, what has to go where. And this has to be chlorite, right? I think that's the name of it. And I'll do this. Right, yeah, a fluorite. Sorry, not chlorite, fluorite. I was like, something sounds right there. Fluorite. Fluorite goes down to there. Right, and that gets us our hydrofluoric acid. Good. So now we're making sulfur. So this is for sulfur trioxide. So this is for sulfur dioxide, which is going to take. Sorry, to make sulfur trioxide. Oh, sorry, this is for sulfuric acid. Sulfur trioxide is going to need sulfur dioxide and oxygen. Luckily, we actually have oxygen kind of set up. So we're actually going to have to run our oxygen back here too. So where are we running our oxygen right now? There, we can kind of tap in like that. Ay caramba, this is bad wiring, but we need more basic pressurized tubes. Pressurized tubes. Okay, yeah, so wait, we're doing this for the trioxide, right? Oxygen and sulfur dioxide. So this guy on the back, so items none, eject on. Gases on the back, you're getting an input. You're going to output on this side. You're going to get nothing there. You're going to get an input there. Yeah, okay, cool. So if I were to take you now, and I hope that this is set to, like, no gas there, right? So if I do that, I'll do that and that. So yeah, you're full of oxygen now. Good. Probably because we were starting to pack up in oxygen. Cool. So now we get into here for trioxide. We need to get sulfur dioxide, which is a chemical oxidizer with sulfur in it. So I take you, put you like that. And you actually should be a case where I can just, like, do something like this, right? Where I do that. And what I can do is, just because it'll make my life easier right now, is we'll put our power down right there. But this might not be the case because, again, normally you'd have a mod where, you could just, like, mine sulfur in World, but apparently this mod pack doesn't have that. So we're going to have to find a different way about that issue, because now if we take this and do like this, realistically, we're just gonna go and, like, put down here, say, sulfur. We'd be able to say, okay, cool, chemical oxidizer will do eject on, but we'll do input there, and we're gonna actually get a gas output, which would output to that side, not that side. And so giving it some sulfur, which we don't have, it'd be like, yay. So there's sulfur dust is two options here to make this work completely then, right? So I guess we can get rid of most of this, because we actually have most of this infrastructure built up now. It's just the point of getting the sulfur now. So there's two sulfurs. There's the mechanism sulfur, the immersive sulfur, which you can get from crushing blaze rods half the time, or lapis, or quartz ore, or even maybe coal ore, or we can do sulfur dust, which is we can inject with hydrogen chloride, gunpowder, or we can crush sulfur dust to get sulfur dust, or we can do a pressurized reaction chamber with coal, charcoal. It's probably our best bet is this second one, because it only needs oxygen and coal. We already have oxygen back there. So what's this option? Pressurized reaction chamber? You could do that, because, like, all I have to do then is just do instead of yeah, then I just have to do oxygen water. Wait, do we have water coming over here already? Actually, probably it's simpler to do this, right? So let's get rid of that. let's do this then, right? So actually, well, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna put you back like that. What we'll do is we'll actually break this, and we'll just do this then. Do this here, right? Instead of actually doing like this, we'll do like this. We'll do an input there of, we'll take you actually, and we'll do back like that, and we'll do, so we need a pressurized reaction chamber, which we actually might have. So I know we made something, there was something that I saw in here earlier that might have been pressurized. There was a pressurized reaction chamber. So we made it for the quest, if you remember correctly, I think. So, boom. So actually what I want you to do is I want you to, okay, so we gotta handle a few things here. So let's set, that's fine, fluids. Probably have you an output, no, we're not gonna output, we have to get rid of a gas. Shoot, so I guess what we'll do is we'll do this, right? Because we do have to have a gas that's left over as a result of this, is we'll do this. Let me get a spruce plank. Let me get a tank. A gas tank. Yeah, because there's going to be an output on this, I forgot. So we'll do that. Cool, so gas output there, that's fine. We can have you dump excess, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to get on the top side items input there. So we're going to do is we're going to do that and that, and then you're going to get what do we have? Coal side, coal or charcoal, right? That goes into there. And then we need to feed two other things into this machine, which is oxygen. We can, and water. What's difficult is this machine only has so many sides, and we can't do everything on multiple sides. So we have basically have to access like 6 sides of this machine, and it's really annoying because we can't. Do we have entangled in this pack? Because normally entangled is the solution to this, but I don't think we have entangled. Yeah, we don't. So you need to get both oxygen and water into this machine. Also, I could just not put it on this wall, which would also be a smart thing to do. But I want to be able to kind of access my fissile fuel control, so we need output right there. We physically don't have enough sides of access on this block. If we want the front face to be there. So I guess we're not going to do that. I mean, we're going to do it still, but we're just not going to have front-facing access on it. So what we'll do is we'll kind of reorganize this slightly, right? And we'll break that right there. We'll do it like this, I guess. Actually, I can do it right here, right? If I do it right here, push. Right, if I do it right here, then you can go, I can put you right in right there, right? So gases, instead we're going to want to output to that side, we're going to want to input on this side, so we can do is we can do an R, instead of doing this right here, we'll do like this for now, because it doesn't matter if that's the case, right? And we'll do this right there, and we got to do a fluid. So, no, sorry, not logistical transporters. We'll do mechanical pipe. Do that, right? So we'll do is on the fluids come in on that. Okay, so then instead the front face will be the item input, which will be, if I put down my barrel, that'll be my logistical transporters, right? So you come down like that, and then boom. I'm sorry, we want you to be. Oh, nope, we don't want that. Oh, we gotta set that back to colorless. Sorry, I'm in. Okay, cool. And then you will be coal / charcoal. And then all this is like that. We might need to end up making this more wide in the future. But in theory, if I get another basic chemical tank, actually, I want to make sure. Are you dumping excess? You're still dumping excess. If I get another tank, which it should theoretically be in a tank porter, but shouldn't matter. So make one more tank. We grab coal. We grab uranium. We grab a fluorite. So we do this, right? We're going to throw uranium in there. We're going to throw fluorite in there. And it might take some time for everything to kind of kick off properly. We throw some coal in there. And then, actually, I want to set you to none. So, set actually the gases on this to be like that. But the back is going to be the input. And you are going to output your gas on the front. So the second this all starts going off, we got something in here. Right, so this is going in here. We're waiting for, what are we waiting for? Chemical oxidizer is not getting, what does a chemical oxidizer do? Sorry, the input on this is different than it should be. You should be inputting on the back because you get sulfur. So, input on the back. You don't have an output, so you should be input in the back. And then gases, output, yeah, okay, cool. So what's up with you? Item, eject on, output on the back, that would be the issue. Right, so now sulfur heads into you. That gets set over to here, sulfur dioxide. We got a little bit of sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide should be getting output over there. Why is it not? Because you probably don't have... trying to figure out what the case is here. But yeah, none of this is getting sent out. So, gas output to the left, so then you should have... oh. Input 2. Sulfur trioxide goes in there, sulfuric acid goes out there. Gets dumped in there. We got a little bit of hydrofluoric acid, which means with a little bit of hydrofluoric acid, we're making a little bit of uranium hexafluoride, which is being sent back to the centrifuge back here, am I right? Oh my god, this is loud. Which is making fissile fuel, which, boom! We have nuclear fuel, guys. Heck yeah! So just from a little bit of coal, uranium, and fluoride, we are making nuclear fuel. Granted, this is not the most grand way I can do this. It's just one of the few ways I can think to do it that's relatively compact, and because of limitations, I do it this way, a certain way. In the future, we could probably do this with drawers instead of whatever those are, barrels, but I just want them to look, like barrels right now, because that's kind of what I got going on over here, but I could switch them out. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. That is fissile fuel done and accomplished. With that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I'm going to end off here because it's a lot of work. So until next time, guys, let's try to do that cool stuff, and I am out.